All right, here we are. It's time for town hall meeting number 142. It's April 15th, 2025. And today we are being joined by Ashley, Guillermo, Jeffrey, Kateri, OEP, Sergio, and Zork. Thanks for being here. As you can see on the screen, little overview of today's meeting. Starting off with a couple of mentions, and then I figured it would be nice to have a little brainstorm on a mental well-being session. We had a session about this earlier, and there will be a follow-up to that, but I figured, yeah, let's have a check-in with everybody on mental well-being. Well, and any topics you would like to cover during that session. After that, if there's any time, which there very well might be, unless we brainstorm for half an hour, there's room for open topics. So if you come to think of anything you want to cover during this town hall, or ask, or mention, there's definitely room for that. Please put it in chat. And yeah, before actually getting started, a quick reminder on what the ambassador program even is and what we're doing. Basically, we're a group of like-minded people that are all quite in tune with the mission and vision of the Singularity Net ecosystem, and that want to help, that want to contribute to it. We have a wide range of self-organizing work groups, and if you want to help out as well, we do have a work group that fits your needs and your interests. So hop onto our Discord server. You'll find a little how to join section, which will tell you how to join. Then a couple of mentions. I've sent out earlier today a survey to the core contributors who did not participate in the consent round for the budgets. And just to be very clear, it's not like, oh, you're bad, you didn't participate. It's not like that at all. But we do want to learn how we can potentially improve. Like, yeah, there might be something, a specific reason why you feel like not participating. So please take 1 or 2 minutes. That's really all it takes to fill that survey. And then hopefully we learn a couple of lessons so we can have a bit higher participation in the next quarter. Then finally, the end of year report has been finished. And yeah, that took about 2 months longer than it needed. And that's mostly to blame on me, I feel. However, it's now submitted to the Writers Guild, basically, and it will be live shortly. Figured I would at least put a little mention on that. Yeah, and then earlier today, during governance work group, we took a brainstorm session we did during town hall about 4 weeks ago, I think, about potential things we could do to save some money and to work with a relatively low budget. Because of, as most of you are aware, we depend on the token price of the HIX token. And yeah, as the whole market hasn't performed that well, so did AGIX token. And yeah, that puts us in a position where the budget proposals are made with a higher token price in mind than the current token price. So we had a session during Town Hall trying to brainstorm on ideas what we could do, how to deal with this. And earlier today, during governance, we tried to put a little prioritization in there. And yeah, basically, everybody's very much welcome to join that Miro board and put your own priorities there. Let me share the link in chat as well. I think right now there's like 6 or 7 participants. If you wouldn't mind taking a little time, it's like 5 or 10 minutes, I guess, and then pick like a top 5 we went for earlier today. And also we selected a couple of, like if there's ideas on there where you really feel like, nah, we shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, we made a little section for that as well. Alternatively, if you have issues copy pasting stuff around on a Miro board, it's also perfectly fine to put your preferences in the governance channel on Discord. And then either me or someone who sees it will pick it up and also add it to the Miro board. Then the last mention, I do want to put out there once more. I did so last week as well, but basically we're working on a spreadsheet that gives an overview of all the things that we have in-house, all the services and offerings we can provide to third parties. And yeah, that needs a bit more work. If there's, if you're, yeah, feel free to have a look at that spreadsheet and let me copy it. Feel free to, yeah, just make sure that work groups you're in, that they're also covered in that spreadsheet, just so that we get a complete overview on, yeah, on all we do and all that we can offer, of course. All right, that's it on the mentions. Quick check on the room. Any questions? Anything I missed and should also call out? Feel free to, yeah, simply unmute and speak, or if you prefer, you can also put it in chat later. All right, yeah, then I figured it would be nice to use the tunnel as an input to a mental well-being session. There's from, I keep forgetting the name. It's not BGI Nexus. I learned this. Basically, it's like a community initiative that already held a session on mental well-being. Well-being. I think it should be 6 weeks ago-ish. It was very interesting, and yeah, I figured for the next one, which currently isn't dated but should be coming shortly, they could use some input on what topics to cover. And I figured, you know what? I'm gonna ask Town Hall. What do they feel could make sense in a session like this? And yeah, the context here would be pretty broad. Like I'm well aware that not everybody here is working behind the computer all day. But quite a lot of people are, and this brings, well, challenges, I guess is the correct term. So yeah, I figured I would simply ask the room, like, do you feel there's any use in this, or do you feel like, I'm not attending anyway, whatever, not for me, which is perfectly fine, of course. Yeah, Guillermo, go for it.
Yeah, I'm needing one already. Okay, so I need a second session. No, I think it's very useful. Again, going back, kids keep you occupied, you know. But still, I think there's a lot of um, very healthy discussions that we have in that session. Probably we can catch up. Um, Uh, yeah, and also thank you for the update on today's governance. I did was on transit, but yeah, it also something that probably I don't know. I what I like from that session you mentioned the open-minded discussion you have. So how we can discuss uh, what are relevant topics in the same way, so without tension or without. So I think that we can have that humanity back on discussions, not only forms, but we need those forms. So I was about to ask you something about. So are we putting that mirror board on a form or some way to interact with the contributors? How are we planning on doing that as moving forward?
Yeah, good question. Well, basically, the easiest in a way would be to not make a form because it's already there on the Miro board and you can just copy paste and play around a little bit. At the same time, if yeah, if the general sense is that it would be way easier to have a form, then I guess we could somehow turn it into a form. But it's quite a lot of it's like 21 items, and then yeah, you would rank rank it in order of like select the top five. So not quite
Yeah,
sure.
select five. And if you want to rate them, put an order, something. Because Mario board is kind of, yeah, it's complicated for some contributors, let's say. No, probably you can do that. Then we have a lot of engagement in some decision making as we have a survey on the last consent process. So probably we'll make things easier. Probably people will even in these delicate topics that we need to address kind of engage. Um, we can do that anonymously, but let me figure it out. Probably I can put those 20 something into a form and do something fast. I still need to advertise the R&D, so I need to get my hands on Google Forms already. So
Well, I don't mind
yeah,
putting form. I can do that as well. It was just I was considering it and then feeling like it's just way easier to use the Miro. But yeah, at the same time, I do get where you're coming from. That Miro is not the most, well, let's say easy, most user-friendly perhaps.
yeah, more about time friendly because the other one you can do it on your mobile definitely when you're doing something. Uh, but no, I don't know. Just to keep get the engagement on the decision making, uh, a wider range of yeah contributors participating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, just that man.
Any thoughts in the room, perhaps? Do you prefer a Miro or a form based on the Miro? You can also put it in chat.
No, but sorry to cut the so the let's go back to the well-being session. Kind of that's more likely.
Oh, sure. I mean, quite curious to know, to be honest, if like we don't have any data on how many people don't like using Miros, but it does pop up every now and then. So, um, all right. Yeah, well, on the mental well-being, there's a bunch of topics that were touched on a little bit, but from my perspective, could be touched on way more. And I kind of imagine it's got to be somewhat similar for most people in the ambassador program. Like, it's all internet doesn't do time zones, for example. Like we're all globally distributed. Every now and then, you simply do get notifications at like I don't know what hour of night. But that, to me personally, at least, that is something. It's a bit better now than it used to be, but I struggled a lot with just permanent notifications, just all the time. Like it doesn't turn off. Like when you go to an office, when you go back home, it's done. The office is there. Maybe somebody calls you if there's an emergency, but not like 25 pings every single day when you get home. It's not like that. At least in my personal experience. Um, so yeah, to me it really blends like like I work from home, so it's just like when I wake up, I switch on until I go to sleep. That's a long day, That's on mental well-being. It's not sustainable, let's say. So to me, yeah, I don't know. For the previous session, I thought it was quite interesting to basically just a little bit of sharing and caring with like people in the same situation. Because usually when I discuss stuff like this with my girlfriend or friends or family, they don't have a similar job, so it's they just like, yeah. When I go home, I turn off my phone, my work phone. I don't even have a work phone. It's just one machine for everything. Uh, so yeah, to me, it's really helpful to have a session with like, I want to say like-minded, but it's yeah, kind of like-minded people, at least people that have similar challenges, not problems or issues, challenges. That's the.
I can tell you what we do with that challenge. That it's to get the computer and go to a coffee. Definitely works. Even if you need to get to the bike to get to that coffee. Yeah, that have been working for us, and also when you have work home with other members or contributors that you're, you know, like it happens at home, with Ines and probably Vani with and some of us, and there's a lot of partners around the ecosystem, from Yori. So yeah, I think the coffee one, uh, it does work. Not the best one, the more comfortable when you have to facilitate, but it does work. Um, I don't know, but as we mentioned on that session, definitely missing the coffee machine or the water, dispenser, that the kind of human aspects. Um, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big one. Like, just going from my personal experience, of course, because that's the only one I have. But now all the meetings they have like a goal, a topic. Yeah, you barely ever just go on Zoom with a colleague to talk about the weekend or something. That just doesn't happen. So yeah, in a way that there's some well, there's a lot of social interaction in meetings. But yeah, it's different. It's really focused and like yeah, you just have topics you need to discuss, and then once it's done, it's like okay, done. On to the next, or okay, let's get away from the computer for a little bit. Is there anyone in the room having some thoughts on this? Or perhaps feeling like, yeah, I would just skip on the session so I don't care. That's also valid, of course. All right, I can only assume then it's not really an issue, which is fair and good for you. um, okay, this did not bring the long list of topics I was planning on sharing for that upcoming session to work on. Um, mm, yeah, it might be a bit of a bold move after not receiving too much interaction on an agenda item, but that does leave us at the open topic session portion. Sorry. So if you happen to have any questions, any topics you feel like, okay, town hall, here we are. Now's the time. Uh, well, in that case, now is the time because you can. Also, feel free to ask in chat. And same goes for pretty much along the week, like outside of town hall. At any point, feel free to suggest topics you feel like we should be discussing in here. The whole concept of a town hall is to provide a place where everybody can share their mind, rather than me having a monologue. So yeah.
Probably I can jump in and share some outreach efforts we're doing with LATAM. So Andrea put together a list of events. We're trying to figure out how we participate. But some of them are far away in the timeline, so Q3. So probably we can have the right proper amount of time to prep correctly and make the contacts. Probably push to SIO again and see how we can, get more, say, plan ahead on some events participating in Mexico this time. But definitely some good stuff going on there. And Yeah, so more news coming shortly, probably on the next monthly update.
Cool. That makes me quickly want to check the calendar. We're doing 15th of April, so that's in 2 weeks from now would be the work group update one. All right. Looking at the clock, there's definitely more time on the slot. Um, at the same time, yeah, it's a community call, so if there's no topics
Yeah,
being.
I don't know. I don't know if Sergio is still here, but also there's something happening in Bolivia, and I don't know if Sergio, you're around still. You want to give some insights on what's the event that is going on in La Paz? But Tech Fusion, that's April 25. So I just checked that out. It's what is next week? Friday next week. Okay, so we're gonna meet to I think tomorrow. We have the Latam. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So yeah, I'll share with you later.
Yeah, cool. And just to make sure, Tech Vision that's the event name?
Yeah, let me open this again. Yeah, nothing to do with the one that happened. What it was the forum. Yeah, this is a Tech Fusion,
Oh, Fusion.
and it's April 25, so in La Paz, Bolivia. And also, we're going to be doing something, some collaboration with Sergio also on there's going to be a summit um, pushed by some Catalyst funds. So we're going to jump on that and probably use the opportunity to outreach uh, some cool developments over there. It's La Vaquita. So the remember the Copa America Solana? So kid from Bolivia won that. You know, the big prize was from
Hmm.
and they work with Sergio, one of the kids. Sergio always come, but he's always shy to talk. One day you need to put him on the spot, okay? Okay.
I'm not even sure if I can find the proper website of the event.
Yeah, I do have to check myself. So yeah, small ecosystem, but still strong.
It's AI, cybersecurity, and emerging trends in computer science. That sounds right, right?
Probably is, yeah. Don't make me look on Google. But probably tomorrow Sergio is going to share some more info, same as Andrea. Um, La Paz is Bolivia is a small country in Latam region. Um, they do have been fighting with Chile and Peru to have a way into the ocean. It's the only country, one of the only countries in Latam that doesn't have ocean. So, and it's really high ground, but very strong, very old, wise and old community. And yeah, they have two big cities. One main La Paz, and then there's another university hub. But yeah, some great ideas coming out from there. So, and with the help of Sergio, probably we can outreach in the proper place.
Nice. Okay, I thought I found it, but this is something in September, so it's not the right one, I don't think. I'll wait for tomorrow and then see it pass by. Cool. Um, yeah, then one final check on the room, I guess, before wrapping up for today. Any questions, any topics, any? All right. Yeah, if not, that's going to be it for today. I'll put a quick reminder on tomorrow having education work group at 14 UTC and R&D at 16:30 UTC. And then a little bit later into my Thursday, but Wednesday at, what is it? 23 UTC. There's the Latin Guild. So hope to see you on any of those calls, and if not on Discord. And yeah, quick reminder, I will click a couple of clicks. Do check out the Mara board on the budget saving and the sheet on the services and offerings by our work groups, and add any information you can. Thanks for being here, sharing your time, and hope to see you on the next one. Cheers.